Kurunji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurunji Education Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurunjischoolnkl.in.
Good morning students. In this video session, I would like to explain about water pollution. Already in the previous video, we started air pollution and water pollution. What are the different effects of air pollution, how human beings, how plants are getting problems by the air pollution we completed. This topic we studied under the last chapter, the 12th standard, environmental issues. Let us come to discuss about water pollution and their effect. Okay. So, before that, everybody recall the previous video. In the previous video, what are the major causes of water pollution agents we completed. What are that? Household sewage. Some of the waste materials are producing from the house. Okay, our house, general house, surrounding places onwards. And then second one, industrial waste. Okay, by the household sewage and then industrial waste material influences, that will be show that some of the problems to aquatic organisms and then some of the water bodies. We want to discuss about that too. Here by the domestic sewage, it will show the effect biological oxygen demand, BOD, and algal blooms. I will explain in this video. As like industrial effluents, it will leads to the biological magnification and eutrophication. These things, these four things we want to study in this video. Let's come to start this video. Dear students, see on the screen and board here the major water pollutants are domestic sewage and industrial effluents. See Nana, these domestic sewage causes some of the aquatic bodies problems. Aquatic body means aquatic water bodies, either lake or rivers, whatever it is. But see, so here these biological oxygen demand, one of the effect of water bodies causing by the domestic sewage. See, biological oxygen demand, if you take any one water body, either lake or any pond, in that pond several aquatic organisms are lead their life in the water bodies. So, when these domestic sewage waste materials, household onwards, what are the waste materials are producing in the liquid in form, that liquid in form waste containing the detergents or some of soap, foam, these along with organic products, that and all drained into the drainages and mixing into the water bodies. It will cause us to the damages to the water bodies, that in water bodies biological oxygen demand is there. I mean basically every water body having the dissolved oxygen. That dissolved oxygen only will give the chance for survivability of aquatic organisms, because of as every organism to respire the oxygen, but aquatic organisms cannot respire the atmosphere oxygen directly. So that's why it need to absorb or diffusion the oxygen, that oxygen present in the dissolved state. So here that dissolved oxygen want to consume or utilizing by the aquatic organisms. But when we are drain that waste material into the water bodies, by that organic waste materials, it want to decompose, correct na? If any organic material is present in the water body or water that want to decompose, when the decomposition time microorganisms are playing important role. Now that microorganisms are using the something oxygen, that oxygen is a dissolved oxygen in water. So that when organic substances are converted into the simple molecules. So the decomposition purpose, microorganisms are consuming the lot of oxygen, dissolved oxygen. So what will happen slowly in the water bodies, that oxygen deficiency will lead. It leads to the oxygen deficiency. When the oxygen deficiency or dissolved oxygen is kammi irukuna, it will affect the aquatic organisms. See Nanna, here I mentioned biological oxygen demand. That biological oxygen demand measures by the biologically degradable substances presence in the seaways. What? That biological degradable means decomposable. That organic substances, these organic substances are present in these seaways, that will be converted into the simple substances. See on that pointer place, everybody see, organic substances are converted into the simple substances. When the organic substances are conversion or decomposing, by the decomposition it will converted into the simple substances. It is utilizing the oxygen. Which substances are utilizing? Microorganisms are utilizing. Nothing but organic substances are oxidizing. By the oxidizing, with the help of the microorganisms, they are converting into the simple substances. Correct na? Now by the using of the oxygen to microorganism, it result the decreasing of dissolved oxygen in the water bodies. Dissolved oxygen in the water bodies. So lack of sufficient oxygen, automatically aquatic organisms are demanded to oxygen. I need. It is happened to the oxygen demand. Because of all aquatic organisms cannot sufficient that dissolved oxygen. So demand will increase. So lack of oxygen, sufficient quantity of oxygen, it leads to the death of the aquatic animals. That death of aquatic animals are causing by the biological oxygen demand. That means which is the oxygen present in the water bodies, that will use it to for used for the organism survivability. Such a dissolved oxygen we call as a biological oxygen demand requirement. Okay, oxygen requirement that will be causing by the domestic seaways. Okay, and then come with another thing, algal blooms. These algal blooms are nothing but algae overgrown in the water bodies. At your native places or your house, if any one place water is stagnated a long time without floating, if the water is stagnated one long time, it start to become a green color. Why that stagnated water become a green color? Because of in the atmosphere onward, some of the algal spores are singing in the water. That water itself, that algal spores are to start the germinate the total water body to give the chance for growth of the algae. So totally algae will be occupying that water bodies. Okay. So now that water bodies appearance just like a green color. Now in this time I will be recall in the 11th standard biological classification you studied red algae, brown algae and green algae, like this blue green algae, these you seen, correct now, based on that pigment. So here any algae is present in the water bodies, that water bodies onwards they are utilizing the nutrients of the water then to start the overgrowth. So the appearance of the water body is based on the what type of algae is grown in that water body. Okay, so one more time I am repeating, algal blooms are nothing but algae is overgrown in the water bodies that by the presence of the nutrients. If the water body having the nutrients, utilizing of that nutrients, water algae will be grown. So see, pointer place algal blooms. In the algal blooms, presence of the large amount of the nutrients in the water. See, I think both are linked. By the biological oxygen demand, organic substances are converted into the simple substances. Simple substances is nothing but nutrients only. Na? So when the water bodies are more quantity of the simple substances, that will give the chance for growth of the algae. So presence of the large amount of the nutrients in the water, that excessive growth of the plankton algae. Okay, plankton means which of the plants are grown on the or floating on the water bodies. Such a plants we call as a planktonic algae. Okay, so that planktonic algae influence the body, water body coloration of the water body. Just already I said now, based on the which type of pigment presence in the algae, that appearance will be there. And deteriorate of the quality of the water quality, it depends upon these algal blooms because of oxygen is more or less. For example, if the algal blooms are present in the water body, they are showing the photosynthesis. By the photosynthesis they are releasing the more oxygen. That oxygen is dissolved in the water. The dissolved oxygen is very more. So water purification, oxygen, if it is more means organisms can survive successfully. So that will be tells about the quality water. Next, mortality of fish. Sometimes what will causes mean death of the fishes because of the maximum large space is occupied by the algae. There is no space for these fishes, okay, organisms. So overgrowth of these algal blooms to causes the decreasing of the space of the remaining organisms, so it will leads to the mortality of fishes. In this time I will be say one thing, invention of the alien species. Okay, unfortunately any one alien species spore is introduced into the one water body, automatically it will be overgrown of that bloom or any plant. It will destroy the total water body structure. Okay, then one of the thing, water hyacinth, okay, Eichhornia, which generally the scientific name is a Eichhornia, that generally water hyacinth, it is a terror of Bengal, because they first understand about these things in the Bengal, they overgrown in the place of Bengal place in the water bodies. Finally it will leads to the eutrophication. What is the eutrophication? I will tell here. So here algal blooms, finally it will leads to the eutrophication. See Nana, in the first column we started with what are the effect of the water pollution by the domestic sewage. By the domestic sewage, it will causes the two major problems. So one is a biological oxygen demand in the water bodies and overgrown of the algal bloom. Biological oxygen demand, it is the measurement of the dissolved oxygen. Biological oxygen demand means measurements of the dissolved oxygen. Biologically degradable substances, if it is present in the sewage, that organic substances are oxidized by the microorganisms. They are using the oxygen and then converted into the simple substances. Then final result resulting decreasing of dissolved oxygen in the water. So finally it will leads to the aquatic animals death. But when that simple substances or nutrients are enriched in the water bodies, that will be leads to the algal blooms. Presence of the large amount of the nutrients in the water excessive growth of the planktonic algae, by the overgrowth of these, finally it will leads to the eutrophication. Beginning time it will be giving the appearance of the water bodies, coloration of the water bodies, deteriorate the quality of the water. We can guess the quality of water, and it leads to the mortality of the death of the fishes, lack of sufficient place. Okay, this is about water pollution. Okay, then come to the problems regarding to the industrial effluents. Okay, then the industrial waste or industrial waste liquid in substances without purification. Okay, without purification. Last class I said now, some of the waste is liberating from the paper mills, some of the metallic industries, metal producing industries, whatever it is. Those and all by the side products, okay, end products, they are having a lot of waste things without purification that will be drained into the water bodies. Okay, when that substances are drained into the water bodies, when it is mixing with the water bodies, it leads to the biological oxygen demand and chemical oxygen demand. Okay, up to now we discussed about the biological oxygen demand, but we doesn't know chemical oxygen demand. So chemical oxygen demand means it will tells about the how much percentage of oxygen is dissolved in the dissolved condition in the water bodies. Okay, so chemical oxygen demand. So chemical oxygen demand and biological oxygen demand increase. So that means if the biological oxygen demand, chemical oxygen demand is increasing, means it will indicates the dissolved oxygen is very less. I mean that in the physics way, in the mathematically we can say indirectly proportional, correct na? If it is increasing means dissolved oxygen will be decreasing. Okay, because dissolved oxygen kammi irukna, automatically organisms are demanded to the we need more oxygen, we need more oxygen. So that is a biological oxygen demand. Automatically biological oxygen demand kammi irukna, automatically chemical oxygen. So in that water body, oxygen quantity is very less. Okay, that in the dissolved condition. So that is the thing. Now these industrial waste leads to the two major problems to the water bodies. So I mean, because of we are discussing about the water pollution only, na? So here one of the major problem here, biomagnification, very very important. This biomagnification is it is a food chain problem. Okay, it is happened in the problem in the aquatic food chain. That too, that problem is causing by the toxic substances. See Nana, if you any one of the industries onwards, they are released that toxic substances are contaminated pollutants released into the directly in the water bodies. When they are when they are releasing that pollutants or toxic substances into the water bodies, automatically the concentration of the toxic substances are play an important role in the enter into the food chain. Then that food chain organisms get problem. Okay, so definition paranganana pointer place increase in the concentration of the pollutant or toxic substances in the successive tropical levels in the aquatic food chain. Okay, when you take any one aquatic food chain, lower tropical level to higher tropical levels, these toxic substances are accumulating is a greater accumulating chances in the higher tropical level than the lower tropical levels. Okay, so that is a biomagnification. I think definition wise you understand. If I explain these definition in a practical explanation, you will get much more understand. So simply one experiment. If you are we are all are using the DDT or some of the pesticides for getting of the over yield, okay, and excessive yield or resistance of the plant wise, disease resistance wise, we are using the pesticides. By the wash, by the heavy rains, that excessive usage of the toxic substances are washed out, in the topmost soil also drained into the mixing into the one water body. Okay, that water contains the DDT, dichlorodiethyl ethane, one of the chemical substance, a hazard substance, okay, toxic substance. So when it is a crop yield onwards, a huge quantity of the, some quantity of the toxic substances are mixed in the big water body, one lake. Now that lake having the 0.003 ppm. ppm means parts per million. Okay, parts per million, very less toxic nature in the water body. Now the water is drank by the some of the organisms. Okay, some of the which organisms, zooplanktons are drank that one. Okay, each and every zooplanktons are utilizing something, for example a little quantity of water. Okay, along with water these toxic substances also will be reach these zooplanktons. Okay, for example 1 parts per million, how much it is? 0.003. For example one zooplankton drank some little more water, then toxic substances are entered in the water, that aquatic organism. How much quantity? 0.04. So in this tropical level to this tropical level, toxic substances are accumulated. Now these zooplanktons are eaten by small fishes. Small fishes are taken the zooplanktons as a food item. So for example one zooplankton thing is having the 0.04 parts per. One small fish eaten 10 zooplanktons, for example. That 10 zooplanktons toxic substances are accumulated in the small fish's body. Correct only now? That small fish's body having the 0.5 parts per million. Here we are discussing about the DDT accumulating in the tropical level, low tropical level to high tropical level. When the low tropical level to high tropical levels, along with the food chain, the accumulating of the toxic substances in their body. So in the water body only the very less toxic substances are there because of the wide range. Water body having the wide range, so that wide range of the water having the 0.003 parts per million. Then zooplanktons are having the 0.04 parts per million. Then that zooplanktons taken taken organisms, small fishes are having the 0.5 parts per million. Now these small fishes are eaten by the large fishes. That large fishes are having the toxic substances in the 2 parts per million. Okay, then these large fishes are eaten by the some fishes eating birds, or then vulture like these animals. These birds are they are having in their body 5% of the parts per million toxic substances are gathered in the tropical level. So when you see these diagram, in the DDT accumulating in the lower tropical level to higher tropical level, that will be accumulating chances are very more in the high tropical level. Finally the higher tropical level will be extinct because of those bodies. Higher tropical levels organisms body will be affected by the greater accumulation of these toxic substances. None are you following what I said mean? When any toxic substances are released into the one water body, that toxic substances are involved in the aquatic food chain. That aquatic food chain, lower tropical level to higher tropical level, the accumulation of the toxic substances in their aquatic bodies, aquatic organisms bodies are more in the high, comparing the lower tropical level to higher tropical level. So higher tropical level organisms are getting more trouble sometimes in the ecosystem. That higher tropical level organisms are extincted, no doubt. Okay, that is a major problem. Okay, now in this time general example I will say, okay, I have 10,000 rupees. One day one person came and asked one 10 rupees. Okay, I give in to that particular person. and next day one more person came, that person is taken one more, okay, one more 10 rupees. 10 days after, one person came and asked 100 rupees, I gave. So slowly what will happen, I am losing my money, okay, but individually they are getting that very little benefit only, but in myself I lost a total 10,000, okay. Totally who is affected? Myself only will affected. Like here higher tropical level will be affected, okay, comparing with the lower tropical, because of in food chain higher tropical level of organisms are accumulated large quantity of the toxic substances, that is biomagnification. Now see the definition: increasing in the concentration of the pollutant, or that pollutant must be the toxic substances that will be successive tropical level. I mean successive tropical means higher tropical level, in the toxic substances in the successive tropical levels in the aquatic food chain. Now you got received. Then see another effect of the water body, that effect causing by the industrial waste onwards. One is eutrophication. This is not only industrial waste, household waste also it is influence shows the effect result in the form of the eutrophication. Eutrophication means if the one water body, either lake or pond, whatever it is, within this short period of span, that lake body will become a land. Basically, which of the place is having the chance for stagnated water in the one place, that we called as a water bodies. Now that water body, if it is become converted into the land, such a process we call as a eutrophication. Now see natural aging of the lake by the nutrient enrichment, okay, nutrient enrichment. For example, for your understanding, if you dig the one pond in our school campus, this year that pond will be depth will be one level 10 feet, okay. After 10 years the 10 feet of depth it is not at there, okay. Maybe sometimes more dust particles are accumulated in that pond or that digging place, maybe it will become a flatted area. Got it na? So here see natural aging by time period, lakes will become a converted into the land because of only one reason: nutrient enrichment. Nutrients are nitrate and phosphates. Nitrates and phosphates through via the streams, okay, because of simply observe it, weathering process theriyum kadana. Heavy rains causing time that heavy rains fall down on the rocks onwards, that small minerals will be dissolved in the rain water. It will be streamed into the or flow or migrated into the downwards. Finally that nutrients or everything is stagnated in one particular water body, become a water body. That water body contains the nutrients and then nitrates and phosphates, that and all will be via the streams that will be reach the organic matters, get decomposed on the water body bottom of the lake. So these nutrients or everything will be sedimented in the water body down bottom of the lake, especially lake we are discussing about the lake, okay. As silt organic debris pills up, the lake grows the shallower or warmer, okay. That means when the dust particle or any organic substances or any substance nutrients are sedimented in the bottom of the lake, what will happen? The shallowing, the depth is decreasing, along with that the temperature will increase, the temperature of water body will increase. So when that lake grows the shallower and then warmer, that aquatic animals are moving the colder environment to the warm environment, because of it is a comfortable place, warm place. So marsh plants appears by the taking root into the shallow region. Automatically nutrients adhikamai irukana, automatically it will be give the chance for algal bloom growth kada. So some of the plants will be appearance in that places. Then lake gives ways a large masses of the floating plants, that is only algal blooms, or some of the normal plants, nymphia, tamarai, like that. Okay, now the plants are grown. So several years after, some of the lifespan completed after, that plant leaves and that aquatic organism death after, that decomposable particles or everything will be reach the bottom of the lake, correct na? So slowly year by year, the bottom of the lake will be covered by the layer by layer. One fine morning, some of the years after, lake will become converted into the land. Such a conversion of the lake into the land by the enrichment of the nutrients and by the different aspects, the process we call as a eutrophication. See, eutrophication means natural aging of the lake by the nutrients enriched. Now in this time I will give the one example. That is one of the reason in your surrounding places, any canals, any ponds, any lakes irkanna, every summer time our government will be dig that bottom places of that water bodies. Because of year by year it will be causes to the eutrophication process. So increasing of the their depth or maintain of the depth of the water bodies, they are digging. Okay, now you got it. Okay, lake is converting into the land by the natural aging process, by the enrichment of the nutrients we call as a eutrophication. Okay, then here some of the problems, these eutrophication or biomagnification or these biological oxygen demands, some of the major problems are causing by the anthropogenic. Anthropogenic which are the things are done by the human activities, such a things we call the anthropogenic. Okay, and then culture of the accelerate of eutrophication. Eutrophication just now we discussed now. These and all causing by the anthropogenic agents, or sometimes by the naturally also it will happen. Okay, because of rainwater or sedimented particles of the decomposed particles in the bottom. That is one of the another some of the two factors, thermal pollution, water temperature adhikamaina, that aquatic organisms are getting problem. So thermal pollution, water temperature should be maintained by a particular temperature. That is one of the reason in the temperature as a ecological factor in the previous chapter, population and organism time, thermal stratification of lake, water bodies temperature increase that will be leads to the problem to the aquatic organisms. Just I recall just thermal stratification of the pond, recall it. And then ecological sanitation. Ecological sanitation wise, sanitation means it is a safety measurement. Sanitation, now corona effect, we are all doing the sanitation of our hands, our body, these and all, correct now. So here one of the point we want to think, some of the waste materials are producing by the human waste, fecal matter, like such a type of things we have to use reusage, and their subderivatives onwards we want to use the perfect manner, manure like. Not only that, when the fecal matter discharging by the human being, they are using a lot of water. Okay, toilets or restrooms we are using the more water. So lot of water is spoiled out by these waste, okay, human waste. So that will be used the recyclable. So that is time eco toilets want to maintain, and then that water want to separate from that fecal matter. That fecal matter we want to use in the manures. Sir, that why here dry compost toilets want to maintain. Several countries they are using the eco toilets. Okay, these and all not a much important. Ecological sanitation, but thermal pollution, and then biological magnification, eutrophication, algal blooms, these and all very essential, some important questions in the NEET level. Focus it.